like and subscribe to the channel.
Okay, why is it not pop? There we go. Welcome to I didn't change the day. I need to fix that. Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. It is not day 7. It is day 8 of the 13 days of Craftoween. And give me just a sec to find the right thing so I can fix that. I thought I fixed it already. It is day 8, right? Yes, it is day 8. And I don't have the right day on here, so let me fix that. There we go. That is all fixed. So how is everybody doing this morning, afternoon-ish, day, whatever it is? It is 12:01, so I'm not running late yet. Welcome, welcome. So I want to see what it was Adeline was wondering about. I just wondered. Terry Cooper says, a spooky hello to everyone. And yes, I do have the things fixed. Turns out that the only thing I had to do with Social Stream Ninja was refresh the browser. Isn't that wonderful? All the trouble with trying to get the, making sure that I was able to do the giveaway. And it came down to just that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have a new button, and we're going to do, instead of me showing the actual cards, we're going to show a little slideshow of the cards. So here was day 1, that fun little vampire. Day 2 was the spooky crow with the red eyes. Hello, Tiger's feet. Okay, you can't really see him right now because I got my screen slid. I skipped day 3, but here's day 4, where I also made these fun little earrings using shrinky dinks. Day 5 was our spinning spider. Yeah, so cool. And then we had a bone rattling dancing skeleton for day 6. And then day 7, we had this lovely card, and I used some Maker's Magic, first time using this as instead of glossy accents, and I think it turned out nice. So here's that. Ooh, I did not fix that part. Let's fix that part because that does not really look good. I'm sorry. Some of the things don't want to connect like they're supposed to connect. So it takes me a minute to get them to connect right. I am sorry about that. Now I need to see if I can get this. That's the wrong camera. I need to try to get Camera Hub and OBS and Stream Deck to all play nice. Well, I am manually zooming there. And I don't know why the ISO is so off, but there we go. And we have a kitty already. And that looks like that looks grainy. Why is it grainy? That is really weird. So once I get it connected, hopefully it'll work right. But you can see the shine. And it didn't take nearly as long to dry as when I've used glossy accents. So my thought next is, can I put this in a little squeeze bottle like what we use our glossy accents with? Because I think that would be fabulous and make it easier to do. And then you wouldn't have to use a brush. It might have dried faster because I did the brush. I actually did 2 coats, but look at the shine on those candles. So that's going to be fun. Okay. Let's see who all is in the house. It looks great to you. Okay, great. I'm happy that it does. I don't know why my things are not wanting to work, but it is what it is. Sometimes I just have to click on the things on the Stream Deck thingy to get them to actually work. So let's see if that does anything. Okay, now it's working. There we go. All right, so now my buttons are working again. I'm happier now. So we have a bunch of folks in the chat, and I want to welcome you guys in. Looks like we have 11 folks over on YouTube right now, another 6 folks over on Twitch. So happy to see all of you guys. We have Miss Stephanie in the house on YouTube, Stephanie and Maureen and Ilka and ASMR and Miss Adelaide from Germany. Ilka's also from Germany. Maureen Pryor's in the house too, and Ginny G and Sandy Matulis. Looks like that's, I think I got everybody's names. Awesome. And then over on the Twitch side, Ilka was the first one in at 5 minutes till. And so we have her, and we have Miss Norma, and of course, the ever-present Miss Terry Cooper. Also saying hello to Tigger's Feet. Norma says it's already evening. I'm sorry. Ilka says it's already evening for her because it is German. She is in Germany, so yeah. And then we have Jennifer LM98 over on Twitch saying hello to everyone before Miss Terry Cooper redeemed the kitty. Yeah, okay, so that gets our hellos out of the way, plus an extra welcome. Come on, button. Yay. Have to have my buttons working, right? So here is our Craft-o-ween box. Hello, Miss Stephanie. She says hello to everyone from North Carolina. So here is our box. And like I've done every day, I'm going to show you guys. I've already shown you guys the cards. Yeah. What you also have in this is we have a package of sequins. We've got all 13 days of the dies, and I'm actually storing. Look at this. Look at this. We've already done this much. I've got everything in its little sleeves and all packaged up. All it needs is labels to go into my stash. And here are the ones we have left. We only have 6 days left. Okay, so we've got 13 days of Halloween in there. Each is a separate die set. And we have a fun zombie dancing on the screen. And we have also this fun stamp set. I think I might be zoomed a little bit too much, so let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So we've got all these fun stamps for our sentiments. I love these. We've got Hope Your Halloween is to Die For. Enter If You Dare. Trick or Treat, You're So Sweet. Have a Bone Rattling Halloween. Creeping It Real This Halloween. Monstrously Fun Wishes. Wishing You a Mysterious Halloween Night. Cheers to Spooky Sips. Happy Halloween. Have a fantastic night. Magic and mischief await. Positively pumpkin-tastic. I want a piece of you. Have a treat-filled night. Stay spooky, hit boo, and have a hauntingly good time. We will be using the stamps this time. And I need to see why the witch is not working, because I thought that was one of our commands. So let me just check in my streamer bot real quick. It is a command, WITCH, so it is a good one. Is it pending? No, and did the witch didn't go. I don't know why. Don't know why that one didn't work, so I'm going to push a button and make it happen myself. My buttons they are really laggy today. I don't know what's going on with the connection. There we go. Now we have the witch. We have the witchy. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at day 8, and believe it or not, it is only at 12:09, so we are really on the ball this morning. So this is the way that they come, and then when you open it up, we've got, ooh, look at that. We have some hot cocoa in a skull mug. I love that. That is too cool. I did not get my sleeve ready or my magnet ready this morning because I was doing other things. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. Stephanie just gifted a tier 1 sub over on Twitch. Thank you, honey. And it went over to Link IBE. He pops in all the time. So he will be happy to see he doesn't have to deal with the ads. So thank you so much for that, honey. Okay. And yeah, I am trying to go a little bit quick for some of the stuff that is... Yeah, I kind of only want to use half of it. I don't want to use the whole thing. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1/4. So I'm going to cut it to 3 1/2. Because all of those will fit on that. And that means I get to keep it. Terry says, yes, finally a spooky Halloween drink. Absolutely. And there are other dyes that are Halloween themed. There are other dyes that are spooky themed. Do I have a card? Yes, I do have a card panel here. So I put half of a sheet of 8.5 by 11 into my sleeves. Some of them are shorter, some of them are longer. So the shorter sleeves, I just trim a little bit off the top, and that way everything fits in. And that means it stays nice and flat when I put everything away. Okay. So in this one, we have our little skull coffee mug. I don't think I have one of those. Yeah, I don't have one of those yet. We have a little tombstone that says sip. Too cute. We have a little ghosty. We have a little straw that you can put stripes on. So this little piece here is for stripes. We have... I don't know what that part's for. What's that part for? I don't know. This part is for the top of the coffee or the top of the cocoa. So that's the top of the liquid. And then we've got some little marshmallows to put on top. A little bat pokey, a little bat stir stick. We've got heart for his eyes and nose. Yeah, that might be, because I was thinking just put some black behind everything, but we've also got the eyes and nose that you can layer on top. Might be able to actually cut them out there. I don't know, but layer on top. Yeah, because everything is for layer on top, so this would be... Okay, yeah, that is going to be for the black underneath. We can make it a cocktail if we had a ghost umbrella. And then we have this piece, which is a little oval that I don't know where it goes. This goes behind the ghost's eyes so that you can have black behind the eyes. We should make them spooky red. Absolutely, that is a great idea. I could also... This is... When you think of something like that, like spooky red or spooky green or whatever color spooky, especially for eyes, you can always turn that into light up cards too. So yesterday I let you guys know that I had, let me put this stuff out of the way, that I had put up a poll in a couple of different places to see what to do for our next workshop coming up in just 3 weeks. And right now, because it's going to be Halloween, And right now it looks like light up cards are winning. So this is one. This is a die set that we could use to make a light up card. Now I know not everybody has this, so I probably won't pick this as that, but it just kind of gives you the idea. If you have something where you want the eyes to glow, which is kind of, or eyes just to light up, which is kind of a thing for Halloween. You want to kind of scare people. Yeah, this is a perfect way to do that. The lights are fabulous for this. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get out my little scout to cut out all the things. Oh, I don't have this on. A light up card would be great. I know, right? Okay, and I do have well, here's the thing. I've got one light up card design team project due on the 11th. I have not recorded it yet. Haven't figured out what I want to do. And I keep on finding lots of things that would work great with lights. Should we do a light? Oh, you love the new hat? My problem is none of them, you can't see them. I'm putting them on top of my headphones so that they don't fall off and I don't knock it off, which is kind of what happened last year. But the sides, the band are too long to actually go anywhere other than right on top, which means y'all can't see it. And I've got like 4 or 6 of them. This one is purple and silver. I think it's cute. All right. Do I want to do a light up card today? I think I will. We're going to do a light up card today. All right. And we're going to start off with, I haven't gotten out my card panels and scraps yet. Oh, by the way, if y'all forgot, I am going live tonight with Elizabeth Costa Rogers, so she will be here. We will be streaming to my channel here, and we will be streaming to her channel as well at the same time, and we're going to be making something creepy and Halloween. And I actually started die cutting already. So I'm going to use wedding dies tonight to make a Halloween project. So that's just kind of a little bit of a spoiler. Drink could be green and marshmallow. This marshmallow could be bubbles. Yeah, it could. You could do a lot of different things with this. Okay, I need to get that up out of my way, and I need a white piece of cardstock. Where's my white pieces of cardstock? I don't have any more cut out, do I? I did start keeping some over here at my desk so that I don't have to run and get them. But it's all heavyweight. I think I'm finally out of, unless it's hiding in my storage area. I think I finally run out of the lightweight. Yeah, 5.5. Okay. So that means that my cards are probably going to feel a little bit more substantial because I'm going to be using heavier weight cardstock even for the white. I think for most of them. And I think I'm going to cut it down halfway this way too. Let's go to, how about let's make sure we have that. Hey Ellen, welcome in. So you're saying cool because you're getting to see a light up card. Is that what you're saying? So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and get our little guy ready. We need a ghost. We need our little skull. I could probably cut most of this out of white. I think I want to do this in black and white, so I'll cut that one out of white as well. And the marshmallows I'm going to cut out of white, and I might add a little bit of color to that. If you don't have the right color cardstock for anything that you're wanting to die cut, you know what? You have markers, you have ink, so you can basically make your own colored paper no matter what kind of paper that you have. So that needs to be black. I'm going to do that black. I think I kind of want to do a black and white theme with this. And maybe do, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do black and white theme, and we're going to go from there. All right. And here I go reaching into the wrong bin to get this. This is what I needed. You can light up the ghost or the skeleton. Absolutely. Ooh, I just had a thought. I'm going to still do him in, white. Yeah, we're going to do that. Because you can also do, we already did Ghosts in Vellum. We did that with day 4 with our ghosty. On the background, we did a bunch of vellum ghosts. Okay, so here we go. And what I'm going to try to do, you can see there, and if it's wrong, you can't, let me see. First pop that out. Y'all can't see it. Let me adjust the lighting again on here. Come on, buttons. This means that there's an issue probably with my USB. They're not wanting to play nice today. Making a little bit darker so that hopefully you can see the shadow lines. Okay, now you can see a little bit of those debossed lines. So with that, I'm going to attempt to line up my little heart eyes and nose right over the top and cut again. Even if it's off a little bit, you're probably not going to notice if it's not lined up exactly on top of those. You're probably not going to see it. But I do want it to be pretty close. I think that is about right. Let me grab a little bit of tape. And this is the best ever, best ever craft tape from Spellbinders. Am I lined up right? So that one is, I think that's close. Which also means you could cut a slit right there where your liquid is supposed to be. There's a lot of different things you can do with a die. You don't have to go by the design that the die is. You can make it your own. We saw that yesterday when I made, day before yesterday when I turned the little skeleton into a dancing skeleton. Yeah. I'm kind of thinking he was a little bit small for that, but I still think it turned out pretty cool. He doesn't move as well, but I did learn a lot on how to do that. Okay, so now we have holes cut. And they're not exact, and I can see where the line is, but I don't think anybody else is really going to notice. So we've got those going on there. Okay. And we're going to use, I think we're going to use, for this guy, we're going to actually use easy lights. And then I can put lights behind the eyes and behind little ghost. I think we're going to do experimentation. What I do with all of these things, if you don't already know, I audition everything to see if it's going to work out the way that I want it to. So poking out the pieces behind the little ghost's eyes. I could do a second ghost. I think that would be cool. And then here we have our little marshmallows. I'm going to grab out my black marker and go ahead and color up the stripes for the straw. I'll go ahead and put that together real quick. Well, hello, Fox Lab. Red Fox Lab. Thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. And welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue right behind this. Yeah, I know you guys were saying yesterday there was a bit of a lag on, come on, a bit of a lag on different commands that you guys tried to do. And I was thinking it was my streamer bot, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe it's everything is plugged in by USB. Well, hello, Miss Anne-Marie. Welcome in, honey. So I'm just layering that right up, pushing it to the edge, and now we have a little black and white striped straw to go in, our little thing here. Okay. I'm going to use some red vellum. I don't have red vellum, but I'm going to make my own Do I have a vellum piece that is small that is already used? Probably. I probably have a scrap somewhere, but I don't know where it is. And I want a brighter red than what I've been doing lately. I think R6 will work. So to make my own, this is actually kind of pink. I don't want it to be pink. I want it to be red. That's pink. The problem with putting your markers in a rolling cart like what I did here and having it on the second shelf so that you can put things that are taller on the top one is that you can't always see everything because it's in the shade. There's a shadow over it. And I want a warmer color of red than this. What's that? That's pink. Everything is pink. That one might be. Let's see what I've got in this one. Also, there's so many different shades of red. I'm going to go with, this is probably one I already, this one is actually a little bit of a warmer pink red color. Yeah. So I'm going to go with this one, and I'm just going to color up some of this. Okay, for the ghost, I think I'm going to also do the same kind of thing and put vellum behind the eyes of it, the eyes and mouth. Do we want that to glow red, or do we want that to glow green or purple? What do you guys think? Somebody had already said that they like the idea of the red behind the eyes of the coffee mug, so that's what I'm going with. But do you have any thoughts on what color behind the ghosty? And while this is drying and while y'all are thinking, I'm going to go ahead and cut us out another little ghost. Just because I can. And yes, I think that there's still a little bit of dust floating around from where I cleaned all the dust yesterday. Okay, ASMR says green. Any other thoughts on that? I know there is a lag. It's just taken me a bit to be able to see it. There's so far, just so you guys know, at this moment in time, nothing else has come up. And you can also see how much of a lag there is by looking at the clock down at the bottom. If that is not an accurate time where you are, then you know what? It's probably got a lag. Sometimes refreshing your browser can help, but it's probably just the internet being the internet. I'm just happy we have not gone down. We have not had the stream crash in the last, like, what, 6 days? 7 days. Yeah, I've gone live every day for the last 7 days. Today is day 8, and we have not had the live streams crash at all. I am so thrilled. Okay, so we have another little ghosty. So far, we still have folks wanting greens. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So let's see if I've got any green in my little bag here from Pearblossom Press. I do have some greens, but I kind of want a lime green, you know? Kind of a creepy... Don't tell Todd I said lime green is creepy. He likes lime green. He said, what? But he likes lime green. That is like one of his favorite colors, so yeah. Okay, that one looks creepy. Yeah, this one is kind of a yellowy green. I think that's going to work good for behind the eyes of our little ghosts. So I'm going to go ahead and color some of that over here. And the red should be dry now. Let's see, how much of this do I actually need? Not much. So I'll cut it to about here. And then we're going to glue it to the bag. I am going to glue it with the colored side facing away. So The matte side, the part that does not have the ink on it, is going to actually be what's going to be touching my card. And the reason for that is just in case, and I just made it a little bit too small. Yeah, I made it a little bit too small, but that's okay because I still have my marker. So the reason I'm doing that is because if for whatever reason the front of it gets wet, I don't think I'm going to add anything, but let's just say it gets wet. We don't really want the ink to go all over the front of the card. Let's see if that is good enough. Yep, it looks like it's going to go. Okay. Now, what this is going to do, the vellum is going to diffuse the light, and it's going to make it glow a little bit red, okay? And since we have that done there, let me go ahead and grab out some lights. So here's my easy lights. And I'm grabbing them out now so that I can test it and see if this is going to work the way I expect it to. There's the batteries, here's the lights. And if you haven't seen these before, this is what the package looks like. It comes in, I think it's a 3 and a 5 pack. Don't quote me on that, but you can get it at Pearblossom Press, and I will leave a link. Let me go ahead and do that real quick because otherwise I'm liable to forget. I'm going to add it to the visual supply list down in the description that's going to be on all of our videos. I'm basically combining everything that is Craft-o-ween into one list. So if you have anything that you're interested in that's from any of these, you can go to the one list and take a look at that. Okay, I've even got Shrinky Dinks linked on the thing now. Lights. Let's see if I can find it under that. Maybe. I might have to type in Pearblossom Press. It's searching. So anyway, it comes like this. So you're going to have your 5 little circuit boards attached. The first thing that freaked me out was, hey, Miss Ruth. Ruth was taking a nap. She's awake now. So all you do is you pop them apart. I was afraid I was going to kill it. I was going to break it. But it's supposed to pop apart like that. And then you have your little lights that are tied together. I'm going to take the one with the 3 little lights that are on it. Come on, let go. Let go. Let go. Let go my light. There we go. And then just so that I can get it back in the packaging and everything's going to stay straight, I go ahead and retie these together. You're not really tying them tight. You're just putting them in a loop so that you can get them back in the package without a problem. That's kind of how I do mine. And I don't bother putting these in additional storage because you know what? These is getting used. All right, and then we've got our battery. So I'm going to pull out one of those. And there are different types of lights. So right now I'm going to use the easy light. This is the first type that she came out with, but I'm going to use that because I want to have lights in more than one spot. So I'm going to have 3. There are 2 sides to this. You're going to want to slide into the part that's open. This side has got a couple little metal stoppers, so you cannot put it in that way. And you want to take the plus side, that's the flat side that has a little plus on it, that goes up. Okay, so it slides in just like that. And then you always want to test your lights. So there we go. They all light up. Now what I want to see is how this looks with just a light behind it. So I can see do I need to do anything special after I separate the lights because they are all trying to tangle up together. Wires do that sometimes. Okay, here we go. I have my light here. I have my little guy there, and then I'm going to just push the button. So if I place this, I think that's going to be perfect. If I place it a little low, it's going to work perfect. Now I kind of want, I think I'm going to actually do a little bit more cardstock to go at the bottom and at the top, kind of to make it so it blocks it a little bit better. Actually I'm going to use foam. Will I have enough room for foam? We're going to keep on building this, and as we go, I'm going to be testing it. We're going to do the same kind of thing with the ghosts. I think they're going to be fine. And I do have my 2 little ghosts. These don't need as much to go behind them, so this should be fine. I'm probably cutting those bigger than I need. But I'm doing that so that I don't accidentally cut not enough. So this is actually about twice what I need. That's okay. Let's go ahead and adhere that down to the back of our little ghosty. Foam. Thank you, Stephanie. That is weird. Lately, I have not been hearing the things as I've been hearing it and seeing it on the screen before I see it in the chat, but this time I actually saw it in the chat first, which is kind of odd. My chat is one of my chats. I've got like a dozen of them up. No, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 up, but on a couple of those, it's a little bit more difficult. Okay, you guys want to see what the little ghost is going to look like with green glowing eyes? I bet you do. I'm just trimming off the excess so it's not going to show through. It just needs to cover up the eyes and the mouth. That's it. Jenny says, yes, light it up. All right. You know what would have been smarter? I could have just die cut the little thing, but I didn't. Okay, so here's one of our lights. I'm going to put our little ghost's face over the top of it. Y'all can't see it as well on white. What am I thinking? Let me put it over on here on the black. It's still a bit bright. And yeah, it's going to light up. It's going to look so cool. Now what I could do, let's see what it looks like with 2. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually cut out some additionals, and I think I'm gonna try to do, I kind of want to do the same thing with this guy, but I don't know that I can line up the hearts exactly in the same spot, especially since I've already got that glued on. But I think I'm going to still try. So I'm going to do a couple more of our ghosts. And I'm going to layer them up. So this is going to be a little bit of a thicker embellishment for the ghost. But now we've got a little bit more blocking that light. Because now the light's going to just come through the holes. And the cardstock is going to block it a little bit better. That I like better. I have to do it with that. I have to do it with this guy too. I have to. I have no choice. All right. Let's try this again. By now, y'all know me. This is the way I do things. I will be messing around with stuff and then decide, yeah, I think I want to do it that way. I change my mind midstream a lot. Where's my other ghost? Here's my ghost. Okay, so we're going to run those guys through. I don't know if I went all the way through. There we go. And I'm going to cut one more of my ghosts, so I'll have another 2-layer ghost. I don't know. I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work. Where is a pencil? I need a regular pencil, not a colored pencil. Where's my regular pencil? I guess I could try it with... I need a regular pencil for the graphite. Where is it? Dang it. Here we go. What I'm going to attempt to do is do a little bit of a transfer. Hey, Jana, of just the graphite and see if I can get it to work. It may not work. It may work and it may not. I don't know. There we go. Now I can see. I know, you guys are like, why isn't she telling us what she's doing? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I need a little ball stylus because I know I have some over here. I don't want something that's going to poke a hole. I just want... Here we go. Yeah, I'm going to make a light up Halloween card, and I keep changing my mind about some of the stuff I want to do, so we're going to see. And Jenny G says it's going to be cool. So I'm hoping this is going to transfer a little bit of that graphite I put on the back of this. And we're going to see. Oh, and it did. So I've got a guide as to where this actually was for me to try to line up my second set of heart things. Yeah, to try to line it up. It may not line up exact, but I think it's going to be close enough. I think it's there. Oops. I could feel it shift. Okay, Debbie, I'm going to forget since I'm already watching you once today. This is Miss Ruth's talking, okay? But I'm hoping with the normal live opened within a tab, I won't forget. Well, part of that depends. You might, if you've got more than one monitor, you might want to have it up on a separate monitor. I actually recommend, if you want to make sure that you don't forget about it, because I know that's late, you might have to set an alarm. I have been having issues with YouTube. I will have the tab open. I was on someone's page where they were supposed to be going live. I had the tab open. I had it up on my screen. I was doing something in another tab, but I was waiting for that one. And then when I looked at it again, I was like, what? It was past the time it was supposed to start, but it said that there were still 26 minutes waiting. 26 minutes until the live. And it was like 30 minutes into it. So it's not refreshing the way that it should. I don't know if it's my caching settings. I do tend to clear those fairly regularly because of different things. But yeah, it doesn't always do what it's supposed to do if you're not actively on that specific tab. Okay. I think this is about where those are supposed to go. We're going to see. Yeah, Jenny says that I've had that happen too. I had to refresh. I don't know what they're doing. I don't, like I said, I don't know if it is Chrome. I don't know if it's Google. I don't know if it's YouTube. It may also be, I have an ad blocker that I don't always have on. So I don't know if it has anything to do with the ad blocker. Oh, it looks like I actually got it right. I don't see the pencil marks. I might be wrong, but I don't see the pencil marks. So let's see. It was so close. Look at that. It is so close. Now it just looks like the eyes are a little bit sunk in, and I think that's going to work perfect. So I'm going to cut another one just in case. And this one should be easier to go with for that part because I'm not going to cut the holes in it yet. So we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to cut one more. Hey, Bethany, you are lurking again, honey. Get that work done. still in migraine land. Oh my God. They gave me the good drugs this morning and hopefully knocked out completely soon. So that means if she stops talking, she probably fell asleep. And I just realized that I didn't actually get this added to the list. Okay, I'm going to just do a search for Pearblossom Press and add that on there. I think I have it listed in there as all one word. If I don't, I will fix it. So some things are batteries, twinkle lights, easy light. Okay, so I just added the easy lights to our list. I'm going to also add the foam tape, the world's best foam tape, which apparently I did not add already. And I'm going to add the stamp and die bundle. I didn't even add the wall rollers. What's wrong with me? Because we did that before too. So I just added a bunch of stuff to the visual supply list, all from Pearblossom Press. And it's stuff that we have either used sometime in the last week in one of our Craft-o-ween videos, or it's something I know I'm going to use today. Okay, so I'm going to layer this up on top. I'm going to, where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, that's not the right one. That's them. Things are hiding under things. We also have, now we have some little hearts that we can use on another part of the card or on another card. I'm going to put those off to the side. Mostly so I can find the things I'm looking, there we go. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah, I hope that headache goes away soon. Migraines are not fun. So I'm lining up my ghost. I'm going to put the dies over the top, tape it in place. I'm going to try running it through again. This doesn't always work. I am using heavyweight cardstock, so sometimes, and I have to tape that so that doesn't move. It's like, as I'm doing this, my other skull moved. I don't need to do that. Okay, put the tape around it so it's going to stay in place. Is that actually lined up? Yeah, that's lined up. And is it still lined up? Yes, it's still lined up. No, it's not. The teeth are just a little bit off. Yeah. Okay, so you make sure everything is lined up. Then you put your die in the slot where you just die cut it out of one. And you tape everything together so it doesn't move. And then you put it down on your die cutting machine and hope it doesn't move. I think that is still... That's straight. Okay. Now that I push this down, I can see that it is still straight. Fabulous. But my magic mat is not. There we go. I'm hoping it cuts all the way through. If it doesn't cut all the way through, it should at least give me enough of an imprint that I can line this die back up over it. But it looks like it did. Yay! So now we have a couple more little hearts that we can use. And I can put 3 layers for this. Come on, nose. The nose did not want to cut out all the way. That's okay. I can run this through one more time and take care of that. Yes, being gentle, not to rip. This tape is great. It doesn't rip much, but sometimes I haven't found a tape yet that if you put too much pressure on it, it will wind up tearing your cardstock if you put too much. Okay, let's get that nose. There we go. And somehow I wound up putting that in there a little bit crooked. That's okay. It was close enough. So now we can layer. We have 3 layers. Okay. And let's take a look and see what it's going to look like with the light. And Todd is reminding me that I said I was going to try to keep this down to an hour, and we are almost at an hour, and I haven't even finished creating the thing. And I was thinking, oh, we're going to go real fast. And then I decided, oh, no, I want to do additional layers. Okay, so now That's going to work perfect. The 3 layers of cardstock is going to block most of the light from around everywhere except for through the eyes, and that is exactly what I wanted. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I want to make sure I put them in the right order because one of these, I cut one of the eyes a little bit bigger than the other, and I want it to be in the back. So this is the one I want to do, I think. Because I didn't line them up exact. Okay, that's the way I want it. Bethany says, hubby took off work for the rest of the week for bereavement and to take care of me today. Yeah, I am so sorry, honey. I mean, yeah. Having a death in the family really sucks. I mean, I know that we can't live forever, but we kind of want to. I used to get them when I was younger. They were so bad I couldn't move my head. I had really long hair, and once I cut it, the headaches weren't as bad. So if you have long hair, you might want to cut it. Yeah, I think she has gotten shorter hair than what she had like a year ago. So Bethany, I did notice that you've cut your hair. For me, I don't really get migraines often. The only time I get them is if I have caffeine withdrawal. So if I'm drinking a lot of coffee because trying to stay awake, get up early, get all the things done, if I do that and then I stop, if you stop cold turkey, caffeine withdrawal will definitely give you headaches. And I think that has to do with blood flow, right, honey, to your brain. Okay. I probably shouldn't do that because I probably shouldn't have told y'all that because Todd says that it has to do with chemical addiction because you're addicted to coffee. Addicted to caffeine. So it could be with not just coffee. Coffee is one of the big ones, but if you drink a lot of soda and then stop all of a sudden, your body may say, hey, what the heck are you doing? Where's my caffeine? Okay, so we have our little skull. So cute. So cute. Don't want to lose that die. Don't want to lose my ghosts. And did I cut out... I don't think I cut out the last of the ghosts, did I? So I've got that one. And this one needs another layer. Or I could do both of these triple layer. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. And Todd's thinking, but you said you were almost done. What are you doing? Oh, thank you, Stephanie. And this is an easy die to work with, too. It's like one piece. Okay, it's 2 dies. It's 2 dies. But it's still basically one piece. Where is my ghost? Here's my ghost. Cut another one of them out. Anything else I want to cut out while I'm doing that so I can start getting some other things done. So we have our mug. We have our straw. I want to do a black bat, so I need black cardstock. Do I have any in this bin? Or do I need another one? I think I need another one. So we've got, I want to do the black bat. And I think I might do him a couple of times since I need to run through at least a couple of times anyway. Blossom says, I'm addicted to crafting so I can't what? Okay. I'm popping it up so I can actually read it better. Sorry. I'm addicted to crafting so I get the can't wait to craft migraines. Okay, because there were no quotation marks, my brain did not want to interpret it correctly. I'm sorry. And I also probably want to do this out of some white. This is our coffee. Well, I have brown over here, don't I? Yes, I do have some brown over here. We used brown yesterday. So I can cut out the coffee. And then I also want to do our zombie in a graveyard. So I need to do the grave. Do I have any gray cardstock over here? I don't use gray cardstock very often. have silver. I don't want to use the silver. I want to use gray. I think this is gray. Kind of looks a greenish gray, but we can say that if it is, it's mold. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Oh, this needs to be out of black too to go behind the teeth. And I just dropped the RIP under there. Yeah, I'm still going to do it in gray. I mean, I think it's supposed to be a cookie, and we probably don't want the cookie to be... Where'd it go? We probably don't want the cookie to be gray. That would be kind of weird looking. Still have some room up at the top for some things. Yay. And I may do more than one tombstone. Haven't decided. Stephanie says, Bethany, I don't know if you've already tried this, but you could use cold compress to ease the pain. Absolutely. Stephanie says, yes, we do it for Halloween. Gray cookies. Now, I've made a couple of gross desserts for parties for work and stuff. One I did, I've actually done it for a party that we've held here, and then I think everybody was afraid of what it actually was, so nobody actually ate it. I made a I made a Jell-O brain. I did that actually a couple of times. No orange cookie. What? I don't know what you're talking about, Terry. So I've got, okay, we did 1, 2, 3 for that ghost. And then I need 2 more of this ghost so we can have it with plenty of layers. And we're going to do 3 of them on our card. And all right now we're doing is just playing with the things to do our embellishments with. That's all we're doing. So here is our cocoa to go inside our little skull there. And then we have a bat pick. And we have this little piece that goes beneath the teeth. So let's go ahead and put that on while I'm thinking about it. And then I'm going to cut out some more ghosts. Oh, I've used everything. Hot compress, cold compress, heat pad, walnuts, hydration rings, caffeine, massage, pressure points, acupuncture, eye mask, Epsom salt compress, to name a few. Oh my God, honey. Have they figured out why you're getting the migraines? You guys know, I've mentioned it many times. I used to be a massage therapist. Given I wasn't a massage therapist for long, but I did take the class. And one of the things the class says, it was 6 months, 5 days, 6 months, 5 days a week for about 8 hours a day. So it was all day long. Oh, that's cool. All day long, every day. So no job. It was basically my job for the entire time I was doing it. I'm going to do another one of those, guys. But, sorry. Anyway, one of the biggest things we talked about was that sometimes doctors tend to treat the symptom and not necessarily the cause. So if you don't know what's causing it, if they don't know what's causing it, they can't really fix it. That's one reason why massage works so great. Massage definitely works fabulously because it basically addresses some of those issues that are actually causing it. If it's a tight muscle, then taking care of the tight muscle is going to help. I mean, I know I've got issues and I know what's causing them. Stephanie says, do you have sinus problems? She has seasonal allergies. So with the weather changes, I had a huge attack right before this happened. That makes sense. If it's a sinus thing, we have pollen here in Florida. So a lot of people wind up with sinus issues as soon as the pollen hits. So yeah, we have a lot of oak pollen. And we've got a ton of oak trees, which is why we thought I had. But I think that's one reason why when the doctors and I did the Yeah. I had all the allergy tests done, and they said I was allergic to everything, including oak pollen. I'm not allergic to oak. We had all of our oak trees removed, thinking I had allergies to oak. All right. I need to do... Okay, this one has 2. Let me go ahead and put it back, put the next one on. Otherwise, I'm going to forget where I'm at. Come on, glue. Come on out of there. So I do want to say hello to Miss Leslie. I don't think I said hello to you yet. And that is so weird. Okay, and Lady Cricket Bug is in. I think she may have triggered the welcome this time, but I don't remember it going off when Leslie popped in. But welcome in, and thank you so much for popping in and hanging out with us. We are making a light up card today. It's going to have a light up coffee mug in the shape of a skull. And we're going to have... Did I do 3 on that one? And we're going to have a couple little ghosts whose eyes are going to light up too. So I need to cut out some more of the ghosts. So I just need 2 more ghosts. I think I've got everything else cut out that I need to. So that means we're going to be able to finish putting everything together. If your pillows are all old and can't be washed, they can cause sinus issues. Absolutely. When I was having all the... yeah, if you're allergic... I'm allergic to dust. So anything that can hold dust can cause my sinuses to go crazy. Yesterday, I cleaned all of the dust that's been gathering on my desk. How often do we clean off our desk? Because you know what we'd rather be doing? We'd rather be crafting than cleaning. So I hadn't cleaned it in probably a couple of months. Yeah, hadn't cleaned it in a bit. So I cleaned everything, even underneath the monitors, the whole bit. I cleaned all of that stuff yesterday morning. And I think I probably still have dust floating around. Thanks to Roomba, though, we don't have a lot of dust on our carpet. We don't actually have carpet. We have an oriental rug in the living room, and we have just tile floors. So it does, basically, it keeps a lot of the dust out of here. And next time I empty the... It's got a little bag that goes with it, a little bag that it empties into. So next time I replace that bag, I'm going to also replace the filter that's in it. Because it's been a little while since I did that too. I started thinking about that yesterday. Okay, we're going to glue our little ghosts together. So it's going to be 3 layers. I don't always do that, but you're going to notice it when you whoever wins the card is going to notice this. Speaking of which, it is 1 o'clock. I think I'm going to go ahead and start the giveaway since it is working. Yeah, I tested yesterday to make sure, which means I need to reset it. Otherwise, it's going to say that I won. And we're going to go ahead and start our giveaway. So if you want to get in on the giveaway for our light up card, yes, I don't always mail out my light up cards. I will mail this one. I love my light up cards. I'm sorry, I do. It's like every time I make one, it's like it's better than the one before, and I don't want to let go of it. I started going through some stuff, and I was like, oh, look at all these light up cards. I don't want to let go of any of them. I am so bad. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to die cut this little piece in that little oval so I know it's going to fit behind our little ghostie's face. Unlike me having to spend like 3 or 4 minutes trying to just trim it for our last one. Ellen says, ooh, I love them too. Yeah, I love my light up cards. They're some of my favorites. So just as a reminder, I do make light up cards every month. On the 11th of the month, we have, that's my day to do a light up card video on Pearblossom Press's YouTube channel and on mine and post to both of the blogs. So I would love for you guys to come by and say hi and comment on the videos. But it goes up every single month. I do notice it. I think maybe it's I don't know. I haven't really figured out why those videos aren't as popular as I would have expected them to be. I mean, I love them. Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish assembling this guy. Oh, I didn't put the thing behind the ghost. What's wrong with me? I need to put the creepy green behind the eyes. So if you have colored vellum, you could do this too, but you don't have to do... Yeah, you don't have to use colored vellum. You can just color your own to put a creepy color on your lights. And like I said, these are easy. And since it looks like you guys are I don't have a chick. There's not a chick. So Norma just typed in exclamation point chick, and she meant check because she wants to know from Santa if she's been naughty or nice. And again, everything is delayed and I have no idea why. So hopefully that will pop up in a minute. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, it's not doing it. Okay, there's something that's not... Okay, that's probably... I don't understand this. Ah, no, you're kidding me. I'm going to have to report this to Nate, the guy that does StreamerBot. We're able to have two different YouTubes connected. And for some reason, it keeps on logging one of them out. And when I log that one in, it winds up removing it. So I don't know what happened there, but it did. I don't know if this is why the thing is not working, but yeah. Check is not working for you. Pending actions is not. Why is that? Pause. I'm going to pause these things and see if they're causing issues. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Now you got it. I don't know what happened. I also don't know which person it was that went up for. Bum, 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 bum. But somebody's been nice. Okay. So I want the straw there. So I'm going to put the straw down first so that it can be tucked behind the things. Yeah. Behind the marshmallows. And then we'll put our little and then I'll put my little bat pick. Adeline says today I'm nice. It had to be mine because it always says Adeline is naughty. That is very true. Okay, and then I'll put our little why do I say mushrooms? Marshmallows are going to go over the top. Isn't that cute? Someone said that they thought that we should have green on the marshmallows. So I'm going to add a little bit of green to the marshmallows. It's going to match the green that is on our ghosts. And I'm going to just kind of do the outline of our marshmallows. Those little cut lines that are on there. Kitty! Okay, so we got a little bit of green on there. Let me take the other end. I'm going to use my brush end and go around the edges. So these marshmallows are going to be a little bit gross. Honey, do you like lime green marshmallows? He just gave me a look. Okay, Stephanie says, yeah, it'll add to the spookiness. I know, right? I really hope that the idea I've got for tonight's live stream is going to work out the way I'm hoping. Okay, that's going to look so cool. Let's add our marshmallows on. And then I need to pick a background. Or I can take some pattern paper. I actually have some pattern paper out at my desk. I went into my junk room yesterday and grabbed out one of my not as cutesy paper pads. I've got this one. This one is from, it's Die Cuts with a View, and I don't know if it's got a date. 2018. So yeah, I've had this for a while. So that would be kind of cool. Oh, what do you think about the stripes? So we got a lot of different things we could do. We've got some stripes. I'm not going to use that one for this. That is just too cool. We've got polka dots. Trisha Hill said, I made homemade marshmallows for the first time and they turned out absolutely fabulous. Delicious. And Ellen says, I made homemade marshmallows too. They are really good, covered in chocolate. Okay, somebody says they like the black roses. Yeah, this is a really pretty paper pack, which is one of the reasons I haven't used it. That is too cool down there. Now this one is a text, and then back to the beginning, and we've got this one. Oh, you guys can't even see. Danielle says the stripes, and this one has got forest in the background with pink. Yeah, this is kind of like a, I think I love this one too, but I don't think this is going to go good. I mean, it could. No, I do kind of like the stripes too. I'm kind of thinking the solid works really well, but I also like, I'm going to take out both pages and we're going to see what we do with it. I do like the stripes. I'm kind of thinking I could go with both because you can have multiple layers on things. I dropped one of my ghosts. Where did, is it the ghost I dropped? Yes, because there's the skull. Okay, I need my ghost. Where did it go? I will find it in a minute. I'm going to do this part first. I think I do want the stripes. So do we want horizontal or vertical? Because I need to decide so I can trim that down. But I'm also thinking I might want to do something with the roses, but I can also use the roses on another one. So we could go vertical. Or we could go, I kind of like vertical. I'm going to go vertical. So I'm going to cut this one down to 4. And yeah, I took out my bigger paper trimmer so that I could actually cut this big piece of cardstock. So I'm going to go 4. And I think I'm going to use my decal trimmer for the rest. So we're going to go 4 by 5 1/4. And just trim a little bit off of these, off the 2 long ends so that we've got that decal edge. That doesn't have enough decal. Not enough decal. There we go. Okay. Got. Oh, I didn't use these guys in my thing. Now I have to find all the things because now they're all missing. Everything is hiding. Yeah, sometimes in order to find everything, you have to pick everything up and put it away. So, got all my dies. That's good. I have my skull. That's good. I've got one of my ghosts. I forgot to put... That wasn't glued all the way. Yay! taking that off because it was only glued in a little spot. So I am going to put one of our little cookies, if you will. Norma says, that's what happens. That's what happens when I create. Also, I lose everything. I have started using my plastic trays, though. Well, I got places to hold all the stuff, but I only have so much space. And as I put something else out there, the other thing gets moved. It is what it is. And I did see some things that you posted, Ruth. I don't remember off the top. Some of the stuff is like, what? But I did see that the clips that you're doing are like screenshots. There's also a clip feature inside of YouTube and on Twitch, so you can do like a video recording of the entire page. And that's what a lot of folks are doing. And that's usually what I'm talking about with clips. But there are some things that you did put in. For you guys that don't know, she did put some stuff over in the clips area on our Discord. So you can see all the fun things that she puts up. She finds something that she thinks is funny and she'll put it on there for us to share with us.
Debbie, if you stream on Halloween, Todd should turn his feet into zombie feet or cat feet.
Todd, Terry just did a voice to chat and said, Debbie, if you stream on Halloween, Todd should turn his feet into zombie feet or cat feet. He's got a look on his face like, He has gotten me cat socks. So and with the little toe beans and everything. So, you know, kind of slipper socks, because it's too warm in Florida even when it gets cooler weather to actually do, you know, full slippers. I did have, I think we finally threw them away. I did have some that were lined with some kind of fake fur or something. And every time I wore them, I mean, I sprayed them and everything, but every time I wore them, my God, the smell. Okay. So in order to do this, what I'm going to have to do now is decide where I want to put each of these guys. After I find my other ghost that is hiding under my desk somewhere. Because I'm going to have to poke a hole in this pattern paper so I can put it behind it. And then we're going to layer all of the foam underneath. And somebody's calling the Todd because I hear it saying, bring out your dead. Where the heck did that go? Okay, one moment, please. Okay. I found it. Here's my other ghostie. So I could have them both kind of together. Ooh, I kind of like that. All right. I like the positioning. And I actually remembered I still need to put a sentiment on here. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have those little guys floating up there. We're going to have the sentiment over here. And I want everything to stay right where it is. So I'm using press and seal. Oh, you love the graphic I just had up? Yeah, thanks, Blossom. So I'm going to use some of my press and seal. And welcome in, Sweetheart SH. Thank you so much. I could have a ghostie sipping out of the straw, but I don't know that I want to. Oh, before I do that, I need to decide where I'm going to put the lights, because I might as well do it all at once. Okay, we have this guy. Okay, that's going to make that a little bit too busy. I kind of like it better with it up there because I want the lights to kind of have a little bit of space. So I'm going to take my pencil again, and I want the light to be underneath, and I'll be able to put the ghosts and everything on afterwards so I can get everything positioned perfect. This is going to give me an idea of where I want it though. So I've got my pencil hovering. I'm not going to color my ghost. Move the ghost out of the way. I've got a little dot there. Okay, that's where I want my light. Do the same thing with this one. Yeah. And I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to make sure that the hole is big enough so I can actually loop the wire out and adhere the wire to the front. That is going to make it a little easier, I think, for me to work with. And then we're going to have this here. And I want the light to be, I don't know, do I want the light above or below it? I haven't decided on that part yet. So it could be above the, I'm going to move these things around again, but I'm kind of trying to decide, do I want it to be shining from above or shining from below? Or shining from right in the middle of the nose, which I don't really like that idea because I've done that before and didn't really like it. I think I kind of want it. Yeah, I think I want it to be below. So let me put these guys back on here so I can see where I want them. Have that right about there. Hello, Jack. I know, press and seal is fabulous. You guys know that that is an invention of Jennifer Maguire's husband, right? He actually created that. I don't think he actually created it with card makers in mind, but it has been a game changer for so many of us. Okay, so I'm going to put this one right there. Okay, so I've got those. And now I can put these back on here. It should still tell me where I want it to go. I mean, I don't actually have to use the press and seal, but I'm going to use the press and seal so I know where I had in mind. And if you have it exactly where you want it, all you have to do when you're wanting to put everything down is put your adhesive on the back and plop it all back down, and you are good to go. This is also going to make it so I don't lose it again. So yeah. Okay. Next up is my, where did I put my MISTI? I used it yesterday. I thought I had it in the drawer. Did I move it? I cleaned it yesterday too, and I brought it back after I cleaned it. Dang it! Be right back, guys. Again. I don't know why I am losing my mind. Spooky ghosts. Okay, it was actually under my foam tape. Okay, so I'm putting this into the corner here. I'm going to put my sentiment up at the top. So let's see what our sentiments look like. This one says, cheers to spooky sips. So let's go with that. I will have used up, I'm thinking, all of these by the time we are done with the 13 days of Halloween. Yeah. So I'm going to take out my new T-square. You guys know I've got both of them from Pearblossom Press. So I've got the A7 and the A2. Either one will work great for this. I'm just going to make sure it's lined up right there with the edge. I want this to be up here. Actually, the straight edge is going to work great for this. I'm going to just slide it to wherever I want it. I think I want it right about there. Terry Cooper's nail. Yes. And just to make sure I'm putting this back. Yeah, I think the positioning right there is about right. So let's put the T-square back there one more time to make sure. There we go. and pick that up. And we are going to be using gold embossing powder again because we can. And I think that's going to go really good with this pattern paper too. So. And it means I'm finally using up some of my embossing powder. Okay, we're going to go with white again. I like using white for this, either white or black, because you can really see it. Okay, you can really see it. So I tend to use VersaFine Claire Nocturne as my black and then emboss over it. So fun. I'm using white. This is from Gina K. And it just says the color is just white. So it's Gina K Premium Pigment. This one is a pigment ink, and because it's white, it means it's not gonna dull anything if you don't cover it completely with the gold. I think it's gonna work really good with the gold. And so far it has done fabulously. But I think we're also gonna need, who thinks we need some gold splatter on here too? Some gold embossed splatter like we did on one of our previous cards. Y'all tell me, do you want splatter on here too? I'm actually thinking about it before I put everything together. That's one of my biggest things that I don't do enough of is I tend to put... Hello, Miss Bernice. Welcome in. So over our white pigment ink, and God, I forgot to use my anti-static powder tool. It doesn't matter. We're going to do the splatter thing. So if I get gold anywhere I don't need it, it's still going to look perfect. Plus, it's Halloween. So anytime you do something that's unintentional, it was meant to be. It was meant to look like that. Okay, and then we're going to heat this up. I don't know if I've got my Wagner heat tool in the supply list. I think I need to add that one. Cheers to spooky sips. Now, over the red area, I do think that I'm going to I think I'm going to add some ink so it pops out a little bit better, but it's good. Ruth, no. Thank God, no. She wants to know, Debbie, you ever sneezed while heat embossing? No. I can usually feel when the sneeze is coming. So that means that if I know I'm going to sneeze, I don't pour the embossing powder. I have enough trouble with just my air conditioner running while I'm heat embossing and, moving things around. I'm actually cleaning up the stamp before putting my MISTI away because that's might be one reason why I keep losing it. I clean up everything after I've been cleaning up everything after the stream so that I have time to do it. Now, you guys saw me do this a couple of days ago. We're going to do it again. I'm going to use, for our splatter, we're going to use water. We're going to use water. So I am just going to spritz. I'm actually being a little bit more generous this time. Spritzing some water all over my panel. And now, magic is going to happen in a minute. I'm going to put gold embossing powder over the whole thing. And we have got a bunch of gold splatter on here. Okay, that's giving a lot of nice texture to the background. And now we're going to heat it up. And we're going to have gold splatter using water instead of embossing ink. And yes, I am trying to, I'm going to try heating it from both sides. This is pattern paper out of a pattern paper book, so that means it's not necessarily as thick. This does feel like decent cardstock, but I need to hold this with my tweezers, otherwise I'm going to drop it. It's going to get too hot on my fingers. Yeah, this is definitely a very messy splatter on this one. Hello, Miss Sharon. I thought you were already in here, but for some reason the hello just said it for you. The welcome just popped up for you. Okay, now we can hardly see the sentiment. Oh my goodness. I probably put too much of the gold on there. Is there such a thing? Okay, I'm going to use some ink on here next though. So we're going to use some of Simon Hurley's ink and his brushes. And right now I'm going to just start with what's on here, and I don't really know how much is on there, and just going over the Spooky Sips area. I also really can't see my kind of, cause yeah, I can. Okay, I was thinking I couldn't really see my pencil dots, but I can. Let's get a little bit more of that ink. So this is Bee Sting. Because I want to be able to see the sentiment a little bit. And embossing is basically a masking agent, so it's like it's not going to let the ink go through the areas that you have masked, yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay, that nah, I need a little bit more. Norma says, I never knew you could use water for embossing until I watched Simon do it on one of his videos this weekend. Fabulous. I didn't get a chance to watch him this weekend. I wanted to. Yeah, y'all have been keeping me pretty busy since I decided to do these daily live streams. Okay. So that part is done. I do think that looks really cool though. Might be a little bit much, but that's okay. Okay, next, I'm going to take our pokey tool. Where's my Gloria Wolf pokey tool? It's hiding behind things. There we go. I'm going to poke a hole in the places that I had earlier put those little dots, because those are where I decided I wanted my lights. And then we're going to take the lights and poke them through from the back. After making the holes a little bit bigger. And if you have a hole punch that'll reach, you can do that. You could also use a little die. I just am doing it with my pokey tool because I figure it's going to take less time. Assuming that the lights go through. There we go. Got enough room there, so I'm going to just put them through each of these, and then I'm going to tape them down. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm just going to use regular Scotch tape for this part because I don't want to waste my nice, yeah, my best ever craft tape for this. Okay, I am going to put my light so that the yellow part is facing up. I'm going to zoom in and hopefully y'all will be able to see that. So on each of our lights, we've got a yellow side, and then we've got basically a silver side that's on the back. The yellow side, the lump, is your LED. The silver side is the wires. So I'm going to just bring this right up to where I had it, right up to the top, and then on the back, hopefully, I could do it up here too. If I tape it on the front, I may not be able to cover the tape up with my ghost, so I think I'm going to tape this on the back. There we go. Now it's wanting to go right. So you can see that you can't see it because of all that. The yellow part is the part you can see though. So I'm going to tape it on the back so it's going to stay in place right there. I'm going to do the same thing with our other two. So the yellow part is what's showing up. I'm going to tape it on the back. So that one's going to stay in place. And then this one, same thing. I want to make sure that the yellow is on the top, is facing up. Okay, that looks good. Moving it down close to where the hole is. And then I'm going to tape that one down. Now, the really cool thing about that is because these are wires, you can place this anywhere you want to on the card. So that's something else I need to take into consideration. I'm going to go ahead and get my card base ready because next I'm going to wind up wanting to position this where I want that to be. And I want to put in a door for you guys who win this. That way you can change the battery if you play too much and it dies. The batteries that you use for this are really thin ones. The size on here is CR2016. So the 1/6 means it's a 1/16 of an inch. So that's the size you will want to use if you want to replace the battery at any point, okay? It's a CR2016. And no, I did not know that there were different sizes of these type of batteries until my husband told me. Because I didn't understand why a replacement crafters play too much. What? I know, Leslie, right? I'm trying to think ahead on this one. This is why I don't always. I'm usually I get lost in in the process and forget. Oh yeah, I should do that before I do that. Like I just thought I should probably put the push here button on the front of the card before I actually started putting everything together. But you know what? I'm not doing that this time. My hair keeps on coming down into my eyes. I'm sorry about that. Okay, there is something that is going on. Where is it? Disable that so that it won't be pending anymore. This one. What? Pause it. Pause it. And pause it. I think that there was something, I don't know why, but something decided to act up inside my streamer bot that I think was slowing things down. And it keeps on popping up. I still call these flat cell batteries hearing aid batteries since they're the type my sister uses. Yeah, I think that was one of the first uses for them. They were the big ones. Now I think hearing aid batteries are smaller, but there's still those little button ones. Okay, so we're going to put this guy on here. Testing the lights, so that's where all of our lights are going to go. We're going to have our little 1/8 of an inch all the way around. We're going to have this stuff here. So I'm thinking, I think I want to have my battery pack on this side, okay? So, in the Stamp and Die bundle from Pearblossom Press, which I think I put away, or is it still on my desk? I probably left it out here because I'm using it so much. Here we go. In the Stamp and Die bundle from Pearblossom Press, it comes with the stamps that you need, but it also comes with some dies, including this one. This is a little door so that you can make it so that this will open. And I saw where someone basically had it like right up against the edge. We want it at the bottom. So I think that's what I'm going to do, which means I don't actually have to have the die. If you want the die to be any place where it's going to be centered somewhere, here come the ghosts again. I don't don't know why the witch didn't work, and it's not pending, so I don't know what happened with that one. The witch is just not working today. Presenting the door. Yeah, so you can, one side of this, we've got 3 sides that have blaze, and we have one that is an embossed. So you could do it that way. I think I'm going to do it right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use it with the die. I saw somebody else, I think it was Sarah Lynn. I think she may have done it without using the die. And I'm also, actually I want to have it come in just a little bit so we have that little bit of white edge. Yep. Exclamation point join, honey. Yeah, we are still doing a giveaway, and I'm not sure. I think because it's over the 13 days of Craft-o-ween, it's not as readable, so I do apologize for that. I'm going to put this a little bit in, so we'll have our 1/16 of an inch all the way around. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then this will be, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Trying to decide where am I putting our foam. And I'm going to pull out one of my Platinum 6 die cutting machines. This one, yeah, is broke on top because yesterday I decided to put my extended, I decided to put this on there. So I have my extension cable, my extension arm. And this is why I have a second one, is because this one, the little tabs to hold the handle in place broke. Oh yeah, Leslie, it comes with all of it. Pearblossom Plus, Amanda came, Amanda basically just trying to make everything as easy as possible. So yeah, it has all of the stamps that you need for saying where you want to push here, push that, yeah, all the things. I'll read them off in a second. But it has all of that, plus it's got dies to do circles and the little teardrops that you might want for like candle flames. And yeah, we've got the candle flames, we've got the circle, and then we've got the door. Do you tape one side so it's a flap instead of a cut hole? It only cuts 3 sides. Yeah, it only cuts 3 sides. So this is the side that is, I taped it in place to hold it where I wanted it. The other 3 sides cut. Oh, actually, I did that wrong. This side is the part that doesn't. So I taped it to hold it in place, but the door is actually going to open up like this. Now, one thing you do want to make sure is you don't put foam tape over that area because then everything's going to stick to the foam tape and it makes it harder to use. And I don't put doors in all of mine. I tend to forget that I need to. Let me put the arm back down to store it back under my desk. Oh, there we go. So we've got that part. Foam is live. Yes, it is time for the foam. It is time for the foam. And I have out my world's best foam tape. So we're going to go here. This is going to go there. And since it's this way, I need my mechanism to go that way. Okay, so we know where that's going to go. Also going to take out some double-sided adhesive to adhere this onto my card panel. And we want the button to be facing the card, okay? That's going to make it easier to press the button. Instead of pressing the whole mechanism and causing it to go off, you want it to be just pressing the button. And I'm going to put it right about here, I think. Oh, might help if I took the release paper off. Okay. So no, you do not have to tape it. It only cuts 3 sides. You do not have to tape the add tape to one side of the door. Now you could, if you've got a rectangle, you could do something like that, or you could do partial die cutting on it. I'm thinking partial die cutting would work better because if you do, if you cut a rectangle and just tape one side, it's more likely that the tape is going to fail before the cardstock would, if that makes sense. Okay, I want to make sure I'm pulling it in enough. I think that's about right. So now I'm going to put it down on here and I'm going to test to see. So this is about where I want that to go. So let's look inside and there we go. Perfect. And yeah. So yeah, it's positioned good. So now I can just take my wires. We're going to just kind of twist them up and tape them down to the back of the card. Doesn't have to look pretty for this part, but you don't want it to be wrapped around. There goes Debbie derping again. Derp, derp, derp. Yep. It is what it is. So this is one of the cool things about using the wired ones. You can put your lights anywhere you want to. You can position your mechanism, your button, pretty much anywhere you want to. And let's use one more because this one's still sticking up and irritating me. Okay. I thought for a minute that this little bit here was a wire and it's not. Okay. So I'm going to put it on here again with about that 1/8 of an inch just to look and see because I want to know. And there, and I'm going to use a pencil this time. I'm being smart. I am learning as I go, right? I know different things that I forget. I have a lot of times put foam in the wrong area. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark on the back of this where that door is so I know not to put foam there. Debbie tried it twice and it didn't work. Are you talking about the join? Wait, you did join without an exclamation point. So yeah, Debbie Hefferman, you need to type in exclamation point join to get in on the giveaway if you haven't already done so. I think that's what you were talking about. Ruth typed in exclamation point foam to make the foam alert come up. Okay, now we're going to use some of the foam. Now, the foam is fabulous. It is double thick. I am going longer than I intended. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, Todd. I love you. And we will be back at 4:30. So today is going to be a long live stream day. There we go. Okay, so this is double thick. It is the perfect thickness for our battery pack. Yeah, Amanda designed it that way. So it's double thick, and it's perfect for this. So we are going to... did you see that? I almost put the foam there, and that is where I have it marked. I need the foam to be here. So one of the things that's great about this is the thickness. It is the perfect thickness for these type of cards. It is repositionable for 30 minutes, and the release paper comes off fabulously. Leslie says sorry, and she gave you a smiley hug. Todd. She said, sorry, Todd. Huh? Yes, she gave you a smiley hug. Okay, so I'm putting foam over the entire back of this except for where that door is. So that this is not going to have any saggy bits. It's going to be nice and stable. And I think you may be able to rip the foam. I don't know. I tend to just use scissors with it because I've had bad experiences with other foams. Okay, so that should be fine for that. Okay, feels good. And then she says, or is it sorry, not sorry? He looked at me. He says, that makes it so much better. Okay, we're going to take all of this off. We're almost done, by the way. Because all we have left to do is position our little stuff on the front once we get this done. So this is our entire mechanism. It's not rocket surgery. And you guys were already saying in this in the polls that I put up that you would like to do a light up card for our next workshop. And when I say that it's repositionable, that one popped up just by me lifting my fingers. So it does come up. I think it just doesn't want to stick to the Scotch tape as much. Okay, now I'm going to use my T-square here so that I can position this 1/8 of an inch all the way around. If I can get the thing on there, right? Okay, so I'm lining it up. So my card is in that groove. And now I'm going to go right here and lay that right down. And it looks like I didn't cut something straight because this side is right. I think I didn't do it. Yeah, I must have cut it a little bit off. I think I did. That's okay. I'm going to trim this down just a touch. And then nobody will know that I trimmed my card base wrong. So we do have that 1/8 of an inch on those sides, but I think I did trim the panel down a little bit less. There, that's close enough. I'm going to say that's close enough. And this is where I want to put my push here note. So I'm going to put a dot there. Because I'm basically going to stamp and cut that out of a separate piece of cardstock. Let's go ahead and put these little guys down. And I think I'm going to use a glue dot for this. I have some 3D glue dots that I never use. And I think that's going to pop them up just enough. Because I've got the little, words. I have the LED popped out. So I think I'm going to just use about half of one of these. It's going to be almost like putting them up on good enough for union work. Don't say that. Okay. Putting it on the bottom part of my ghost. Let me turn it around so I can have the curved part downwards. I never use these. It's government work. Yeah. The reason I said don't say that is because I've got a friend that is at some kind of a conference having to do with union stuff, and she is basically fed up with all the things. So yeah. Apparently the union that she is involved with is not doing what they should be doing. Oh yeah. Y'all like it? I like it. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with my other ghosty. With the other half of that dot. Oh, this is so cool. I do think, though, that it's possible that they may be a little bit lopsided just because this is kind of a gel. So you might have to You might have to squish it down to go back the way it's supposed to go. But I think that's wonderful. Okay. Sorry, I'm tickled again. This one... Okay, this one, I think I am going to put it right in the nose because we've got enough of this. We've got the stripes showing behind it. And let's use some regular Scotch tape for the top, and then I'm going to use a glue dot. Do I want to use a glue dot? It might, actually. I think my tape might fit. The reason for the glue dots is I didn't think I would be able to get... We are all tickled. I didn't think I was going to be able to get the... Oh, actually, I like the idea of the glue dots on this better. Here's the thing. If I put this down, it's going to block any light from going those areas. Now, what you may have noticed on here is that not only does it come out the holes, but it kind of puts a glow behind it. And I'm kind of thinking... Well, I don't think this one will be able to do that. I do like that that's got that. I'm going to definitely be, I'm going to try it. It may be that this is too big for the glue dots to actually have the effect that I'm hoping for, but I never even thought about that before. Okay, let go. And these are dots that I got at Joann's. I know Joann's is no longer, but you may be able to get this stuff like at Michael's or at Amazon, and I will look it up and see if it's on Amazon for you. But these are basically big clear gel dots. Okay, so there's 2 there. I don't know if that's enough. I think I need another one at least at the bottom. And that means it'll be a half a one like we did the other. And the other half can go behind our RIP. Let go. Okay. It kind of. Both Michael's and Amazon sell them. Fabulous. Then I will definitely be listing this on... I will be adding this to the supply list using my Amazon links. Stuff is sticking to my fingers. I am thinking that if you're in Europe or something and can get it, the collal would probably work really good for this too. Yeah, Amazon did not have it last time I wanted to order it. I could order it directly from Crafter's Companion in the UK, but it would cost more to get it to me. So, and all I want is just one thing. It's like shipping on one item. I tend to not do that. Even when I shop at Spellbinders, I do tend to add things. It's like I wait until I need enough things because shipping is a bear. Okay, there we go. Okay, it does help with a little bit of a glow behind it, but not everywhere. One thing I've been wanting to do is basically make a glow like that, and now I know how, and I'm thinking if I can get... I may have to shop and see if I can get bigger glue dots. These are 3D glue dots, and I don't see where it has the size. Oh, and these are also from ThermoWeb. That's perfect. Yeah, I believe I've got, I think ThermoWeb is one of the companies that I have affiliate links with, so I'm going to have to take a look and see all the places you can get those. But yeah, these are made by ThermoWeb. But I love how you've got that little glow behind it. It's almost like, you know, the sconces that are out there, they're basically a design with the light that glows from behind. I love that. I think that is just so cool. So that part's done. All I need now is just the sentiment. What I'm going to be adding is the press here. Y'all have seen me do this before, so I'm going to do that off camera. I'm going to stamp and emboss that again in gold. And then I'm going to cut it out with that little circle die that's in the set. Okay, so we're going to finish up now, but isn't this guy so friggin' cute? Let me turn off the lights. I'm loving this. And doing this one with you guys gave me another idea for making some more. Another technique for making more. I'm loving using those glue dots. I think it worked out fabulous. So, anybody else want to get in on the giveaway? Go ahead and do that now. While I'm straightening up a little bit. So, oh, I just had another thought. I could put it here. I could. I might stamp on this instead. Wish they had press and seal in a mini roll or something. Do you know if it would be more expensive in the UK since it's a US brand? I'm thinking the shipping is probably the part that's going to cost the most. Because this is not something that's real expensive. It's cheap. This is a kitchen. It's like buying wax paper or tinfoil. It's not expensive. It's something that you use in your kitchen, and that's what it's designed for. It's basically supposed to be like plastic wrap, except this stuff works better because plastic wrap tends to stick to itself. This sticks to everything else. It's got a light tack on there. Super wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I think I am going to put my press here on that. So let's go ahead and give this guy away, guys. I think everybody who wanted it is in. If you're not, sorry. If you're on the replay, the giveaway is only for the folks that are actually in this live stream live. So come and visit us again tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, because I will be going live with day 9. And we don't know what's in there yet and don't know what we're going to do. Okay, so let me find my drum roll button. Yeah, I got too tickled with this and wound up getting lost again. It happens. Okay, so here we go. Who's going to win this card? And now I have to pick the button to actually pick the person. Where is it? Select the winner. Yes, Trisha Hill. It says it's almost 10 pounds on Amazon. Wow, I don't think it's that expensive. It must be a really big roll. I'll have to take a look, but I will. I'll come back to you on that one. So, in order to claim your prize, Miss Tricia, just fill out the form that I just popped into the chat, and that gives me the information as to where to mail this, and make sure that I know that it is Spooky Sips light up card or skull, whatever. You need to describe the card in there so I know which one it is. I still have to mail out all of the ones for the last week because I have been holding on to them till we get done. Okay. I think I'm going to do some kind of a I'm going to do some kind of a montage. Everyone needs a montage. Something like that showing all the cards at the end. Debbie, I bet I have an idea. Next time you buy a D-stash box from you, next time I buy a D-stash box from you, could you put some present steel in there? I may have to do that for you, hon. I will check and see, what the pricing are supposed to be or what it is in the U.S. because I don't think it's that expensive. I mean, it's probably like maybe $6 or something. I'll take a look and I will be adding it to the supply list there is a visual supply list in the description near the top, and that's going to show you all the products that we're using for all of the Craft-o-ween. Yeah. Okay, I'm distracted again. Anyway, I will see you guys tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern. We are going live again with Elizabeth Costa Rogers. We missed it last month at the beginning of the month because live stream issues that were not working. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do that tonight, and we're going to have her on again next Tuesday night. Both were planning on being Halloween cards. So that we're going to do some Halloween crafting tonight. I don't know if mine is going to count as a card or something else, but it is going to be a Halloween project I'm going to be using a wedding die set, believe it or not, to create a Halloween project. So you want to come by and see that. If you are one of my members, come in at 4:30. We will be doing the pre-show. If you're not already a member on YouTube, just go and take a look underneath the video. There is a join button, so you can take a look at that and see if it's something that you want to do. And whenever you become one of my members, it does help to support my channel. Same thing with the affiliate links. Anything that you do help support things. Corpse Bride. I don't have Corpse Bride, but we will see what we do. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And before we do that, we're going to roll credits. So I want to thank you to all of my channel members for being here with me every time and for all of the things that you do. You guys, including Link. Link is now a Twitch subscriber. Thank you. You guys, Sir drinks a lot. What? Okay, and stream participants. It looks like I got another sub or member that I didn't know the name of, so that's interesting. That's fun. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you guys this afternoon, and until then, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.